Hello everyone and welcome to my morning report analysis videos on Tuesday 5th February with me, Richard, market analyst at Hantec Markets. We've got a fairly neutral look to markets today, not a great deal of direction. It's interesting that we've actually come back towards some interesting pivots actually. 114.20 is a pivot on euro dollar, 113.10 is a pivot on gold, and it's interesting that 110 big figure on dollar yen is also a pivot. So there are some interesting levels that we're sitting at now as the markets just start to consolidate a little bit. We've got a lot of a lot of data points today, important data points. The PMI has come out, and that's going to give us a guide as to what the markets are thinking about the sort of forward-looking outlook for growth. Now, we've had the Eurozone data out today. It's actually ticked a shade higher. You've actually seen from the flash numbers up to the composite numbers, they've actually been slightly higher. Look at that, actually. UK data has actually come out just as I am speaking. 50.1, so just a marginal amount above in sort of expansion mode, above 50. So really disappointing that is, and I can't imagine that sterling's going to improve, especially on that. But certainly that's a bit of a worry. And into the afternoon, we've also got the US data, 57.2, down 58 is the expectation there. But that's UK number, all not great. So yeah, generally speaking, we're sort of looking out for these PMI data, and how they come out today could drive the market into the afternoon. Equity markets so far positive. We had a decent session on Wall Street last night. We saw the S&P 500 sort of breaking out again to multi-week highs and closing higher. You've got volatility which continues to contract, which is certainly an indication of healthy equity markets or strong equity markets for now. And it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Oil price has found a bit of support today as well, so it's all sort of looking fairly positively on the risk positive side. So that takes me to my chart today, which is euro yen. Again, an indication, I suppose, of risk appetite, and then has been sort of improving in the last sort of couple of sessions. And it's interesting because this is coming at a key pivot area, 124.60 to 124.90, and then this old support of 125.40. That sort of band of 80 pips, just breaking out to the upside, and you're now starting to find that as a basis of support. That breakout, so starting to leave that pivot line behind, and that would suggest that this is going to continue on the recovery. Look at the momentum indicators. The RSI in the 50s, that is the highest it's been, well, since that November level. Those November levels, highest it's been since there. You've got the MACD lines which continue to improve, the stochastics remain positively configured. It's all sort of setting up fairly positively for continued recovery towards 27.10 to 27.50, the next pivot line area. And I think that will be an interesting sort of rally point that we could see as the market continues to unwind. So it is looking as though the improvement on euro yen is sort of starting to sort of position. However, it'll be interesting to see if that does continue. Now, on the hourly chart, you can see that little corrections are being bought into. Minor positive bias, not a huge positive bias, but marginal positive bias on the hourly indicators. But breaking out above 25.40, that is now a basis of support for the little unwinding move. So corrections are seen as a chance to buy on a near-term basis, and a breakout back above yesterday's high of 25.95 would certainly reopen the upside once more. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later.